Well, the old town for Ninjago's 15th anniversary has finally been revealed, and this set looks nothing short of insane. So obviously the major view of this set shows it as a large enclosed town protected by big walls, each with many different buildings dotted around for characters to interact with. You can see there's lots of different kind of tree builds growing all around it. We've got some with pink leaves, which fits in nicely with the Dragonstone Shrine and the original monastery from 2019. And then there's also some trees with orange leaves, which ties in nicely with the Guardian Dragon from this year and the Temple of the Dragon Energy Cores from 2023. And of course, before entering the actual old town itself, there are a few side builds for this as well. We've got a little tea cart for Mistake, which is really cool to see. There's a little carpenter's shack area, which has got many different wood items, including some that are currently in progress. And then we have also got a shrine for the first Spinjitzu master, which I believe is supposed to be representing what we saw in his tomb in that episode of Possession. So that is a really cool build to see implemented here. And you'll also notice on it that there are stickers showing the 4 golden weapons on it as well, which is again a really nice reference. Back to the actual old town itself, and again this layout looks incredible. It's messy and vibrant, but it looks jam-packed full of great details and buildings. This circular configuration of the set does look quite impressive, but does also seem like it will have a very awkward footprint and be a bit of a nightmare to display, given that it will have a huge empty space right in the middle of it. But luckily enough, that doesn't seem like it will actually be that big of an issue, because the set can not only open out into a long line like this, offering up easier access to all of its fun details, but it's also built in many smaller segments, so the huge layout can be taken apart to display the buildings on their own if you want to, which allows you to fit this into tighter spaces if you need to, and not really have to find a way to store the entire thing all connected together. And I, for one, am really happy to see that. As for all of the buildings and references that we can see just based on these initial images, it looks like we have got a little watchtower area for Garmadon to lurk about. There is a little telescope in there, and I do love Garmadon's new face prints, really cool. Moving on from that, there is a nice rocky area with lots of pink leaves that have fallen off this tree here and some water flowing through it. Just again, it looks like it's really capturing the vibe of the Dragonstone Shrine, and I just really love to see that kind of integrated into this little town here. Next to that is a creepy looking building with the spider in the door. I'm guessing that's kind of Harumi's lookout. And then above that we have got this big kind of watchtower area with again another telescope up at the top for Dr. Saunders to look through. Again, a really cool minifigure that we're going to be getting in this set, but more on those later. And yeah, just overall, this watchtower does look like a really cool kind of central piece to the set. Definitely one of the best looking buildings in the set. I love the different balconies that is on this on all the different levels. And then next to that there is another building which leads out into this little dragon hunter shack area. This is of course where Faith is, and that's just got a little crane on it lifting up some stuff. And below that is another door entering into another part of the building. And by the looks of it, there will also be some hidden areas of the set as well. So obviously we have got this little section here which opens up to reveal a small kind of shrine for the loyalists of Imperium. We've got like a little mini build of the Imperium city itself. We've got a poster of Beatrix, and of course just a spot for the loyalists to hang out in secret. So yeah, that is really cool. And then there is also another area of the set where you can see that one of these buildings can open up to give you full access to the inside of it. And inside this, it looks like we have got many different letters. So this is, I'm guessing, the postman's little headquarters, which is really cool. It's great to kind of finally give him a home in Ninjago. And then there is also a Ninjago trading card on the counter, which from the looks of it, I think is for Cruncher, one of the skeletons from 2011. So that is a really cool little reference. I love that we're getting more of those trading cards still. And next to that little headquarters, there is also a wanted poster for Kai, Nia and Wildfire from one of the rock monsters in one of the new Dragon's Rising seasons. But some even cooler references are hidden in the roof over the little entranceway. As you can see inside there, there is a Prime Empire little thing, and then there is also the Green Ninja Prophecy, a sticker with a complete full representation of the actual scroll that we saw in the show. That is so cool to get. Obviously we first saw that in 2012, and to see this getting made into an actual product in 2026 is just incredible. There is also on the wall at the front here a little poster for Zane from the Tournament of Elements when the ninja got the invitation to go to Chen's Island. So yeah, all around I really love how this looks. I love the modular fashion of it, that you can take it apart to display it in different ways so that you're not stuck having to display the whole thing as a huge layout. And I love all of the different reference to Ninjago's past that we have seen in this. And yeah, I know there are going to be a lot more references crammed into this, but now onto the minifigures of the set, because just like the build itself, these are insane and incredible. So first of all, we're going to start with these three down at the bottom here. Obviously this is Mistake, Dr. Saunders and Sensei Wu. Wu is exactly the same as in the other Legacy set, so there's nothing new or exclusive about him in this one. Dr. Saunders though is a brand new design. This looks really cool. I think they've captured his museum outfit really well, and he has got of course a brand new face print with his big glasses and moustache. Unfortunately that hasn't been made into a new piece for the really long moustache that he has in the show, but still it is great to finally get the actual Dr. Saunders and not just his face on the Crux body. I'm really happy to see him. And then as for Mistake, she does get a new face print, but the torso is definitely a bit of a downgrade compared to the last one. Her last torso was actually made specifically for the character and was perfectly show accurate. This one is just a kind of reused torso, but the face is definitely much better. So taking this new face with the old Mistake minifigure's torso is going to allow you to make the perfect Mistake minifigure, and yeah, I'm really happy to see that. Then the next two minifigures here, we have got a carpenter who is just a generic kind of civilian, and then the postman who is pretty much just a complete remake of the version from 2015. The torso printing looks pretty much identical to that. The next two minifigures we have here are JZX and Faith. JZX of course is the same as in the anniversary set. He's got the golden mask piece, and then he's also got this flight suit which isn't in the anniversary set. This is of course his little flight suit from the pilot episodes, which is really cool to see that build finally get made here. And then as for Faith, this is of course the unmasked version of Heavy Metal. It's really cool to see one of these Dragon Hunters making a return in 2026, 8 years after their debut in 2018. The torso printing is, from what we've seen, it looks perfect. It looks like they've done a perfect recapture of that. And then the face is brand new for her, of course, and yeah, just looks really great. Faith looks like a fantastic minifigure. Next up, we have got Dr. Julian and Zane ZX. What an incredible bunch these two are. Obviously, they are holding a black parrot representing the Falcon, which is, a funny inclusion. I do love the parrot piece, but as the Falcon, yeah, that is a bit of a funny one. But anyway, Dr. Julian, so cool to finally get him. He made his debut way back in 2012, and we are just now getting this minifigure. And then of course there is Zane ZX in exactly the same outfit that is in the anniversary set. Next three, we have got Lord Garmadon, Harumi, and Lloyd ZX. Lord Garmadon, again, a brand new take on that original 2011 Garmadon, this time with two new face prints. One with his mouth shut, which looks really cool, a very angry Garmadon face that we've never really seen before, and then one where he is smiling, which is really cool. And then as for Harumi, this is the crystallized version of Harumi, where she has got the kabuki mask and hood piece, and then also a second face with hair. This is the last outfit that we needed for her, so yeah, it's great to see the Harumi collection finally completed. Anyway, the next two are very exciting. These are the Time Twins, Chronix and Crux making a big return here. I think they've done a great job recapturing these Time Twin outfits from 2017. And then as for Young Crux, he's got a brand new angry face, which is great because the original Young Crux minifigure did have a smiling face. And then he's also got the black Luke Skywalker hairpiece, which I am so excited to get. And they are being chased by this administration agent who, yeah, just a pretty generic little administration agent, but I guess it's a nice little reference to Dragons Rising as well. Next up, Kai ZX and Cole ZX, who both get their hairpieces. Nothing special about those, they're in the anniversary set. Then Nia again with her 2011 outfit remade, just like in the blacksmith shop. And then as we saw earlier, we have also got the two loyalists from the upcoming Dragons Rising season here. And then the final three minifigures are the special anniversary versions of Sensei Wu, the first Spinjitzu Master, and Young Garmadon. What a fantastic collection this one is going to turn out to be. These look incredible. Obviously, Young Wu is in his remake of his 2011 kimono outfit, which looks really cool. I love the dark tan on it, and that obviously matches with his dark tan hairpiece, and he has got two great face prints as well. Then for the first Spinjitzu Master, I think they've done a great job at kind of taking that 2018 Wu Crew black outfit design that he used in the show and turning it into something new and unique. This looks like a fantastic outfit that still feels like a good callback to how he looked in the the show, while still making sure he is a special and unique minifigure as the first Spinjitzu master deserves to be. And of course, they are trying to hide his face, but they did kind of, reveal it in some of the other pictures anyway. And then Young Garmadon, for me, is the best minifigure of this set. I love, we're finally getting this Young Garmadon outfit with the purple and red kimono robe, which is obviously just a color swapped version of Sensei Wu's, but it is so cool that we have finally got that. He's got that angry face with the red eyes, as well as the regular happy face as well. I cannot wait to get this minifigure. Like I said earlier, this is, for me at least, definitely the best minifigure of this entire set. So yeah, all around, the Old Town definitely looks like a very, very promising build with some very promising minifigures included in it, and I for one cannot wait to get it and explore everything that it has to offer. And I will definitely make a video on that when I do get around to it, so make sure you hit the subscribe button if you want to see my actual full look at the set when it comes out. And that's all for today, so I'll see you again very soon.